Alright, July 15th. We dove into Mark 15 today. July 15, Mark 15, love that. This is Mark's account on Christ's crucifixion, his trial, his mocking, and all the above, right? This is Mark's account. We did Matthew's account yesterday. This is Mark. So 2 more to go. It's deep, man. This is deep stuff. And it's cool how every account you will capture different things and take away certain aspects that the others don't give. It's really cool how that works, and it's totally true. It's totally true. First thing I caught was Jesus facing Pilate. And I heard that Christ had 6 total trials between Pilate, between Herod, the Sanhedrin. I don't know. That's what I heard, 6. All I can capture, really know from the scriptures that I've thought is 3. That being Pilate, then Herod, then Pilate. But I've been told 6. I'd like to look into that further. But here Jesus is facing Pilate in verses 1 through 5. And we see that but the whole council, the Sanhedrin, right, gathers with Christ, basically to reiterate his accusations, right? And this is the whole council, which would include Joseph of Arimathea, who was a council member and who buried Jesus in his tomb in the end, right? And after it all took place. That's crazy that he was there. And I never really put that into perspective. He was there like before it happened and was kind of against the whole council, but I don't know, did he make that known to the others that he was against it, or was he kind of just going with the flow? Maybe he knew prophecy, maybe he knew these things had to take place. I don't know what he knew, but that's cool that he was there and then there in the end as well. Furthermore, he takes the place of Barabbas. That passes. The soldiers mock him. And man, that picture from the Passion of the Christ movie of them mocking him with the flogging, with the crown of thorns, with the reed, that scepter, just the clothes they put on him. I mean, man, like it brings a certain reflection over my life, over how I'm living, how I'm honoring the one who did these things for me. And it makes me want to live my life completely for him, that somebody cared this much to take my place and suffered those circumstances, right, for me and for every sinner, for everybody. It just brings that certain reflection, meditation that I don't think will ever stop. I think every time I read this, no matter how often I read it or when I read it, it brings that every single time. You just stop and you think, you reflect. Selah, right? Like, you have to. It's so deep. But yeah, this was no exception. I stopped and thought and wrote down a nice note on it. Like, yeah. But it really brings the Passion of Christ, that one scene. That'll never leave me. But furthermore, put a note down for Golgotha. It's very arguable, whatever, where Golgotha was, and you know, people like to think different things. I just wrote down a couple of them. Golgotha meaning the hill of the Holy Sepulchre, or the hill north of Jerusalem, or the hill west of Jerusalem. There's these certain hills, I guess. The Mount of Olives, people think. Some people think it's not a hill at all. They think it was on the main road. Some people think it's the hill that currently looks like a skull, like overviewing Jerusalem. There's this little hill, I guess, that actually kind of takes the vibe of a skull. Some people think it's Mount Moriah, which is possibly a hill related to the Holy Sepulchre, or the one that the Holy Sepulchre was on, And that was Mount Moriah. We know that's where Abraham laid Isaac to be not crucified, to be sacrificed per request by God that Abraham received, and his obedience there. But that would be, if that was it, that would be a pretty cool foreshadowing, like Abraham laying Isaac, and then us, the people, laying Christ on the same hill, you know? I don't know. That could be a possibility. Everybody argues it. It's not like a life-changing, you know, wherever it is, whatever it is, whatever. It's not going to change anything, but it is very argued where that is and all. But yeah, Golgotha, place of the skull, otherwise known as Calvary, the hill of Calvary. But yeah, then Jesus dies. It is finished. Tail of the temple, or the veil of the temple, torn, and then Christ buried in Joseph's tomb. And Mark 16 is the last chapter of Mark. We got Matthew 28. That's the last chapter of Matthew. So we're finishing out the Gospels here. But yeah, that's that. That is Mark 15. See ya.